police investigation is underway following an incident in Waterville. Good afternoon, I'm Susan Farley. Authorities have released the name of a person killed in a fire in Benton. And harm reduction nonprofit Needlepoint Sanctuary is looking for donations and volunteers. Thank you for joining us. We'll have more on these and other stories coming up. First, let's check in with meteorologist Devin Biggs. Devin?
Alrighty, Susan, happy Monday afternoon. We have a small craft advisory that is posted until 8 p.m. as we head towards your Tuesday. Along the coast, we'll be watching for some increasing surf as gusty winds will also be picking up. Otherwise, again, we've been watching for some rain showers that have been moving in with this area low pressure that's been located right here. Now, of course, we've been seeing the rain backing off just a bit, but that's only going to be temporary as we will be watching for more waves of moisture on the way. Now, high pressure is not too far away as most of Canada and the Northeast continues to remain quiet at this moment in time. Futurecast for us will be showing more rain showers moving in this afternoon and for parts of this evening before backing off overnight and becoming partly cloudy as we head towards not only overnight tonight, but again as we head towards your Tuesday. So gusty winds again picking up to about 20 miles per hour today and more gusty winds to around 20 to 25 miles per hour overnight. Those gusty winds continuing again as we head towards parts of your Tuesday. Hence why we have the small craft advisory in effect. For today, low 50s, mostly cloudy, rain showers, north wind at around 25 miles per hour. That hourly forecast today, mostly cloudy with rain showers, temperatures in the 40s, maybe 50s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Susan?
Thank you, Devin. A police investigation is underway following an incident in Waterville. There are very few details at this time, but according to a sergeant with the city's police department, the incident occurred Sunday afternoon at a Hannaford located on Kennedy Memorial Drive in the JFK Plaza. Some people posted on social media that they heard gunshots. Authorities say there is no threat to the public. More information is expected to be released later today. Authorities say a man is in custody after allegedly shooting a woman outside of a home in Otisfield. According to the Oxford County Sheriff's Office, they responded to a residence on Bell Hill Road around 7 Saturday night for a report of a woman shot in the hand. Upon arrival, police found a 28-year-old female victim who was treated at the scene and transported to a nearby hospital for non-life-threatening injuries. The sheriff's office says the suspect, identified as 38-year-old John Pottle Jr. of Otisfield, had fired an AR-15 style rifle, quote, recklessly in the vicinity of a woman, subsequently shooting her and injuring her. Pottle was arrested and the firearm was seized. He was taken to the Oxford County Jail. Authorities say Pottle is charged with reckless conduct with a dangerous weapon and aggravated assault. His bail has been set at $5,000. Maine State Police are still investigating a shooting in Waldo County that happened just before 4:30 Thursday. State Police spokesperson Shannon Moss says 40-year-old Aston Elwell of Knox had already been taken to the Waldo County General Hospital before they arrived at the scene. She was eventually transferred to Northern Light Eastern Maine Medical Center in Bangor with non-life-threatening injuries. Moss says a preliminary investigation indicates 3 males arrived at 1580 Bailey Road in a gold Jeep. Moss says the males were wearing ski masks and one of them shot Elwell as she answered the door. According to Moss, the suspects fled. Troopers were able to locate a vehicle of interest behind a nearby residence, which was seized for evidence processing. The 3 males have not been located. Moss says this is believed to be an isolated incident and there is no known danger to the public. If anyone has information about the incident, they're asked to call the Augusta Regional Communications Center at 207-624-7076. The Office of the Chief Medical Examiner has identified the victim of a fatal fire in Benton. They say it was 62-year-old Paul Vierville. First responders were called to the fire on Pleasant Drive just after 2 o'clock Wednesday morning. When firefighters arrived, they found the single-family residence fully engulfed in flames. While they were fighting the fire, crews discovered Vierville deceased inside the home. The cause of that fire remains under investigation. Authorities are also investigating a deadly ATV crash in Rumford. According to game officials, the crash happened around 12:30 Friday in the woods near Wyman Hill Road. Officials say a 78-year-old man was scouting for deer hunting season when he went up a steep hill and his ATV rolled over. He was thrown off and the machine landed on top of him, pinning him to the ground. His wife ran for help, but the man died at the scene. The Washington County Sheriff's Office is searching for a missing teen at Oak Bluffs. Liliana Rose Cook is 16 years old, 5'2", and around 120 pounds. She was last seen in Oak Bluffs and believed to be with a male subject and possibly heading out of state. Cook was last seen in black and white sneakers, an off-the-shoulder white sweater, and carrying a black and pink backpack. She has blonde hair, blue eyes, piercings in her ears and nose, and a tattoo of a rose on her shoulder. If you see Cook, you're asked to contact the Washington County Sheriff's Office at 207-255-8308. Harm reduction nonprofit Needlepoint Sanctuary is looking for donations and volunteers to help support their wraparound service days. Since April, the organization has provided meals on Tuesdays at the Unitarian Universalist Society of Bangor. During that time, they offer on-site HIV testing, wound care, reproductive care, and other services. According to the nonprofit's executive director, they typically see around 100 people weekly. With the growing HIV outbreak in Penobscot County, they have expanded their efforts by offering meals and services on Mondays as well.
Seeing over 100 people each week now, and it continues to grow because we work mostly with the unhoused community, and many of them, they don't have phones, and so consistency of services is really the most important thing.
The nonprofit is also working towards securing a space where they can provide needle syringe services. Hurley says anyone interested in becoming a volunteer or donating to support their efforts can reach out by visiting their social media or website. That's needlepointsanctuary.org. An Ellsworth 7th grader is battling cancer. Her community is stepping in to make sure she and her family don't do it alone. Sophia Beninati is in remission after months of leukemia treatment. Her family says she still has a long road ahead with more years of treatment. A spaghetti supper fundraiser was held at the elementary and middle school cafeteria Friday night to support the Beninati family. School faculty says the turnout shows a camaraderie of the community.
She is the light in my classroom. She just is so friendly, so outgoing, always happy, a great sport.
For the family, it's an important show of support in a difficult time.
I have so much gratitude towards it. It's amazing that they all come out for Sophie. She's such a good kid.
This event right now is very it's actually wonderful because it makes me emotional to see her in hospital every time I go.
That dinner raised over $1,800. For more information on how to support the Beninati family, visit this story on our website for a link to their GoFundMe. Coming up on ABC 7 News at noon, it's been 2 years since the state's biggest mass shooting. We'll remember those who lost their lives, their families, and survivors when we return.
With Maine's largest network of parts, Coastal Auto Parts keeps things moving. If it's got wheels and an engine, we've got the parts to keep it on the road. From work trucks to weekend rides. If it's on the road, we're behind it. At Coastal Auto Parts, we're driven by more than engines. We're powered by the people who count on us. Because serving our community is what keeps us going. Coastal Auto Parts is owned and operated by a Maine family that cares.
It's coming. Winter will descend. Be ready and save on one of Toyota's 23 snow-conquering all-wheel drive or four-wheel drive models during Toyota's all-wheel drive-a-thon. Now, from the longest-lasting brand, you could get best ever 4.99 for 60 plus 500 bonus cash on a Prius hybrid with an up to 567-mile total driving range. Winter is approaching, so save at Toyota's all-wheel drive-a-thon at your New England Toyota dealer, your all-wheel drive headquarters. Toyota, let's go places.
Come in and visit AMHG Works, Bangor's #1 gift shop, located at 36 Springer Drive in the Rennie's Plaza. We have special gifts for you, your furry companion, and that special someone you are in need of a gift for. It's worth a trip in for unique American-made gifts. Here at AMHG Works, everything is American-made, and we are open 7 days a week for your convenience. American-made home goods. We look forward to seeing you.
When I would visit my mother at the nursing home, there were really bad sores on her back, but nobody would tell me what was going on. Why not?
If an incident has occurred at a nursing home that's brought up cause for concern, call the 2s right now.
The attorneys at Lowry Law helped me get answers. They held the nursing home accountable for what happened to my mother.
If you suspect nursing home abuse or neglect, we're your go-to lawyers.
You're gripping a pumpkin spice latte, watching the home game on a Friday night. Earlier, you took the kids apple picking and almost made it through the corn maze. It's that time of year. Shorter days, cooler nights. Valley Home Services believes the comfort and warmth of home means more on nights like these. Comfort and warmth that comes from Fujitsu heat pumps. Valley Home Services has the most reliable choices for heating and cooling your home or business. Ditch the worry of heating bills and power outages all season long with Valley Home Services. Go ahead, embrace the comfort.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
Saturday marked 2 years since one of Maine's greatest tragedies, the Lewiston mass shooting. 18 people lost their lives on October 25th, 2023. Our Callie Warren has the story.
Last night, October 25th at approximately 6:56 p.m., the Auburn Communications Center received a 911 call of a male shooting in just-in-time, or the spare time, recreation center.
That night claimed the lives of 18 victims and led police on a 2-day manhunt for shooter Robert Card, who took his own life after committing the deadliest shooting in Maine history.
We all had a common goal to find him. It took 2 days, but we found him.
Card opened fire at a local bowling alley and recreation center at 6:56 p.m., killing 7. By 7:08 p.m., he traveled 4 miles to Schmenge's Bar and Grill and opened fire there, killing 8 individuals. 3 more victims died en route to or at Central Maine Medical Hospital in Lewiston. 13 others were injured, and countless family, friends, and loved ones were left mourning.
Too many Americans have lost loved ones or survived the trauma of gun violence.
Since that tragedy, efforts across the state have been taken to reduce gun violence and show support for victims. A proposed red flag law will be on ballots in November that would restrict individuals deemed at risk from possessing firearms. In September of 2025, survivors and victims of family members sued the federal government, mainly the U.S. Army, for their alleged inaction in recognizing Card's mental health issues. 2 years later, the community of Lewiston and those across the state continue to heal from this act of violence.
As we continue down the long and difficult road of recovery, let us remind ourselves that we are not alone, that we are Lewiston strong.
Callie Warren reporting for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Saturday also brought attention to referendum question 2 on this year's statewide ballot surrounding a red flag law. One side held an event yesterday saying the mass shooting is why this question is on the ballot in the first place, while the other side accuses them of trying to politicize the tragedy. Max Williams has the details.
Community members say while nothing will take back that horrific night 2 years ago today, hope remains ahead of Election Day that could change how the state handles the future of gun violence. From grief,
not a day goes by that I don't think about him,
to a call for change.
Creating a safer future is a choice.
At Trinity Episcopal Church in Lewiston, supporters of Question 2 held what they called an interfaith gathering to remember, but what they specific call to action.
You cannot tell me that the laws in place 2 years ago when this shooting occurred are sufficient. Because if they were sufficient, this event would not have happened.
In just 10 days, voters will take to the polls and decide whether Maine's current yellow flag law does enough to help take away guns from people deemed to be a risk to themselves or others. Arthur Barnard lost a son in the shooting, and he supports what's known as an extreme risk protection order, or red flag law.
Every other day you hear about a mass shooting. And it's always mental health. Of course it's mental health. What are we going to do? We can't just sit around and not do anything anymore.
But opponents of Question 2 are pushing back on claims a red flag law would have changed the outcome 2 years ago. They say Maine's yellow flag law wasn't used properly at the time. They also accuse organizers of this event of politicizing the tragedy.
They are utilizing that information, twisting it, playing on people's emotions in order to encourage them to think that we need more laws in Maine, which we do not.
Ultimately, it's going to be up to voters to decide on November 4th.
After the break, 2 people are in custody after a big jewel heist at a museum. We'll be right back.
Some people say when it comes to my Ford SUV, I'm a bit of a control freak. What's wrong with that? Who doesn't want better command of the road and take everyone along for the ride? Why wouldn't I want to just turn a knob when the terrain changes and explore some new territory? Ford SUVs put me where I want to be, in control. Who doesn't want that? Now, lease one of these Ford SUVs for 36 months, only from your New England Ford dealers.
Hi, I'm Tony with TC Hafford Basement Systems. All things basementy. Did you know that a cracked or settling foundation only gets worse over time? A small foundation issue can turn into a big nightmare. This affects your home's safety, decreases resale value, and can compromise the structural integrity of your home. We'll repair your foundation and put your home back on solid ground. Call TC Hafford Basement Systems today for all things basementing.
It's another exciting year of high school football in the state of Maine. Get out and support your home team and be looking for the ABC7 Sports Blitz crew. You can get a free Sports Blitz t-shirt, then watch Sports Blitz during ABC7 News at 11 every Friday night during the football season. Blitz shirts courtesy of
C&B Power Systems Inc., Moo Moo's Pub, R&K Variety, Hal McGeechan with Two Rivers Realty, Leo & Sons Auto Repair, K&M Auto Repair, Kings Mountain RC and Hobby Shop, Maine Paving.
Hello, this is George Whelan with Down East Direct Cremation. Now, anytime, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 52 weeks a year, from the comfort of your desktop or the convenience of your mobile device, you can summon transport and arrange a simple, affordable, respectful Down East Direct Cremation for your deceased loved one. Just by using the button exclusively at downeastdirectcremation.com. All you need is the location address of the person who has died, their vital statistics information, a valid credit card for payment, and that's it. No need to pick up the telephone, no need to answer a bunch of questions, no need to come into the store, and it's still just $9.75 complete. It's so easy, even I can do it. For more information, visit us at downeastdirectcremation.com or call us at 207-225-5332. Simple, affordable, respectful. The button. Only at downeastdirectcremation.com.
There are new developments in the heist at the Louvre Museum. 2 suspects are in custody in connection with last week's theft of French crown jewels. ABC's Aaron Katarowski has the latest.
This morning, more than a week after a brazen daylight heist at the Louvre, 2 alleged thieves are in custody on suspicion they were half of the quartet that used power tools and a mechanical ladder to steal more than $100 million worth of France's crown jewels in just 7 minutes. Overnight, police raiding the homes of the suspects, one arrested at Charles de Gaulle Airport while preparing to travel to Algeria, the other in a Paris suburb and believed to be destined for Mali, West Africa. Both men are French nationals who were known to police, and authorities say they've been linked to prior robberies. Sources tell ABC News investigators began tracking at least one of the suspects last week after extracting DNA from a helmet left outside the museum. The masked thieves dressed as construction workers. Video captured them using the mechanical ladder, cutting through the window of the gilded Apollo Gallery, then stealing jewel-encrusted crowns, necklaces, and earrings, some of which belonged to Emperor Napoleon and his wife. Video taken by Louvre security being used in the investigation, capturing their escape, jumping from the lift before making their getaway on scooters. Alexander Bocker is the owner of the German company that makes the mobile freight elevator used by the thieves.
My wife and I were in our living room, and she was on a German newspaper page, and suddenly she said, "Wow, Alex, is this one of our inclined hoists?"
He sold one to a French company in 2020 that was reported stolen days before the heist, which Bocker is now using in a tongue-in-cheek marketing campaign.
Now Bocker Lyft is part of such a world event. And my wife is also our head of marketing. And so we were like starting making some things up, like even professional criminals rely on the best machines or the Böcker Agilo. We now edited a little bit in the English version. So if you are in a hurry, the Böcker Agilo might be the right Lyft for you.
The robbery at the world's most famous museum has brought up uncomfortable questions around its security. Sources tell ABC News investigators believe the robbers had help from the inside, but are still working to develop evidence.
In this case, there is some evidence that there could be someone who had made a call or gotten a call from one of the suspects. We don't know, but I'm sure they'll find out, and we'll see how that works out.
After such an embarrassing crime, these first arrests represent a breakthrough, but the investigation is far from over. 2 more suspects are believed to be at large. The stolen jewels have not been recovered. As you can see, though, the crowds here have returned as if none of this has ever happened. Aaron Katursky, ABC News, Paris.
Now to President Trump arriving overnight in Japan, the latest stop on a high-stakes trip to Asia. The president's trade war is high on the agenda. The White House says there's progress on a trade agreement with China ahead of a meeting between President Trump and the Chinese leader. ABC's Rachel Scott has the latest.
Early this morning, President Trump touching down in Tokyo for the second stop of his week-long trip across Asia, announcing a breakthrough in trade talks with China ahead of his high-stakes meeting with Chinese President Xi.
I think we're going to have a successful transaction for both countries.
The president warned an additional 100% tariff on Chinese imports would go into effect in just a matter of days on November 1st, blasting China for new restrictions on critical minerals. Experts say would raise the costs on everything from electronics to clothes. It's just the latest twist in the president's on and off again global trade war. Just as he announced progress with China, he abruptly ended all trade negotiations with Canada, accusing the country of running, quote, fraudulent ads that use President Ronald Reagan's own words to criticize tariffs.
But over the long run, such trade barriers hurt every American worker and consumer.
The president now says he will impose an additional 10% tariff on Canadian imports, refusing to meet with Prime Minister Mark Carney, even as they both attend the same summit in South Korea this week.
I'm not going to be meeting with them for a while, no. I'm very happy with the deal we have right now with Canada. We're going to let it ride.
If you're taking a GLP-1 medication for weight loss, here's what doctors want you to know. ABC's Olivia Rubin has the details.
GLP-1 medications like semaglutide and tirzepatide curb appetite and control blood sugar. They help drop pounds, but diet and other lifestyle choices are still key to long-term weight loss success. Here's some advice from the American Medical Association to help you stay on track. Start each meal with 20 to 30 grams of protein to maintain muscle mass. Opt for slow-digesting carbs like oatmeal or sweet potatoes and add healthy fats like avocado. To reduce side effects like nausea and constipation, avoid unhealthy high-fat and spicy foods. Drink plenty of fluids, up to 12 cups a day. And steer clear of extreme diets that may cause fatigue or lead to nutritional deficiencies. To help prevent regaining weight if you stop taking your medication, make moderate daily exercise a habit and be sure to include strength training at least twice a week. Record your progress using a smartphone app or diary. It will keep you accountable. With this Medical Minute, I'm Olivia Rubin.
When we return, Devin Biggs has your 5-day forecast.
The Farmer's Table in Corinna brings you outstanding breakfasts, lunches, and dinners made from farm-grown fresh ingredients. Dinner specials are available every day. Enjoy our homemade desserts, and above all, bring your appetite to the Farmer's Table in Corinna.
It's coming. Winter will descend. Be ready and save on one of Toyota's 23 snow-conquering all-wheel drive or four-wheel drive models during Toyota's all-wheel drive-a-thon. Now, from the longest-lasting brand, you can get 4.75 for $60 on a Land Cruiser Hybrid with unrivaled heritage and ultimate comfort. Plus, get 2 years no-cost maintenance. Winter is approaching, so save at Toyota's all-wheel drive-a-thon at your New England Toyota dealer, your all-wheel drive headquarters. Toyota, let's go places.
The Sylvia Ross Home in Bangor provides 5 professional levels of care and support for residents. We have access to a registered nurse on campus 24/7. Our weekly entertainment consists of a variety of live musical performances, and bingo games twice a week. Our on-site beauty salon is available with a professional stylist, and we have 2 libraries that offer computers and Wi-Fi.
Sylvia Rossholm is a warm, welcoming community. Please join us anytime for a tour and lunch.
You're gripping a pumpkin spice latte, watching the home game on a Friday night. Earlier, you took the kids apple picking and almost made it through the corn maze. It's that time of year. Shorter days, cooler nights. Valley Home Services believes the comfort and warmth of home means more on nights like these. Comfort and warmth that comes from Fujitsu heat pumps. Valley Home Services has the most reliable choices for heating and cooling your home or business. Ditch the worry of heating bills and power outages all season long with Valley Home Services. Go ahead, embrace the comfort.
The Farmer's Table in Corinna brings you outstanding breakfasts, lunches, and dinners made from farm-grown fresh ingredients. Dinner specials are available every day. Enjoy our homemade desserts, and above all, bring your appetite to the Farmer's Table in Corinna.
Let's check your full forecast with Devin Biggs. Devin?
Alrighty, Susan, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by the Furniture Gallery. Make your house a home and shop for your living room needs at the Furniture Gallery. The Furniture Gallery is a Maine family-owned company with locations in Augusta, Bangor, and Windham. Already, that small craft advisory is posted until 8 p.m. as we head towards your Tuesday. There it is right there. Along the coast, gusty winds will be picking up today, so that will help to stir up the ocean in due time. It's starting to increase a little bit now at around 2 to 4 feet. A few calm spots at the moment as well. Picking up a little bit offshore too at around 3 to 4 feet. So overall, a few calm stretches, but the gusty winds will help to stir up the entire ocean later on. But the big headline, the national headline as well, is Hurricane Melissa. And of course, we had an update earlier this morning too. Now a Category 5 monster hurricane with maximum sustained winds at around 160 miles per hour. And we are seeing gusts up to around 195 miles per hour with this thing too. And of course, Jamaica is kind of the big headline right now too, but of course other spots to the north will need to watch for this too. Hurricane warnings, tropical storm warnings, and it will be tracking off towards the northeast in due time. And in the coast of the U.S., eastern coast of the U.S., will mainly need to watch for high surf and rip currents as it tracks off to the northeast, and that may affect us later on in due time. We'll keep an eye on this too as it does track off to the northeast and speeds up too as it will maintain some kind of strength. So we got time to watch this, but right now the big headline will mainly be the Caribbean where it's at right now. But for us, of course, we have that area low pressure that is causing some rain showers to develop. That's good news, though. We do need the precipitation. It's been dry lately, and of course, any kind of precipitation is great news. But we do have high pressure in Canada and in parts of the northeast. That will start to take over soon as we'll start to see this area low pressure start to weaken a bit. There's high pressure in Canada and helping to keep parts of the northeast dry. But of course, futurecasts will show the rain showers starting to back off a little bit overnight tonight. We'll see the clouds breaking up by Tuesday morning. And of course, we'll have a few dry days on the way before we start to get wet again later on. So mostly cloudy rain showers today with highs in the low 50s. North wind at around 25 miles per hour. Upper 30s tonight, rain showers early, then partly cloudy, north wind at around 25 miles per hour. For tomorrow, mid 50s, partly cloudy, north wind at around 25 miles per hour. Let's check out your extended forecast brought to you by the Furniture Gallery. Partly cloudy Wednesday with highs in the mid 50s. Mid 50s Thursday under a mostly cloudy sky. Rain showers for Halloween with highs in the upper 50s.
Thank you, Devin. A karate dojo in Orrington celebrated Oktoberfest in a unique way on Saturday. Instead of celebrating with beer and lederhosen, karate students were invited to wear a traditional gi and participate in 100 kata challenge. Maine Traditional Karate on the River Road in Orrington had more than a dozen people show up to the event. Each student got to choose their favorite kata, which is a series of detailed moves performed in a specific order in martial arts. They were encouraged to repeat it again and again until they completed 100 of them. Sensei Apgasha says that each student was urged to go at their own pace and have fun too.
Karate is for all ages, all kids, all adults, and it's flexibility, it's discipline, self-efficacy, your confidence boosts up. It really helps you in a lot of areas. It's not just punching and kicking.
It's challenging on your legs. Your legs will be very sore, but it's also pretty fun after you do it for a while.
Traditional karate has been participating in the 100 Kata Challenge since 2005. That's all for ABC 7 News at noon. Thanks for watching. I'm Susan Farley. We'll see you this evening on ABC 7 News at 6. Have a great afternoon.